Do I think Ryu is going to be potentially as giga chatty when the game comes out? And do I think that Nero is gonna Nero? Do I think that Luke is going to look identical to this when he eventually comes out? No, they're hopefully gonna look better. This is the very first you're seeing of the game, and the game likely isn't coming out for a year. He looks totally different from Street Fighter V because it's a different take on Street Fighter. You know, it's not supposed to be like, oh, this is Luke a week later after Street Fighter 5. Don't think of it that way. Think as in, this is a completely different perspective. This is like watching The Thing in the 50s, and then they remade The Thing in the 80s, and it's something completely different take on what The Thing is, you know? Think of it that way. A completely different perspective. We don't know where the hell this takes place timeline-wise, right? We have no idea. I still don't like Luke's Popeye arms. I don't know if you're ever gonna sell me on that. I don't know. I hope they eventually make it look good, but it was still weird in Street Fighter V, and it's still weird here. It almost is like...
You ready?
I hate to say it, this is almost grotesque and not exactly cool. It's almost like grotesque and like body horror, and not, I mean, I get what they're going for. We're showing vascularity, but that's what we're going for. The one thing I do kind of like about Luke that I've seen a couple of other observations on that say the same thing is that Luke's happy to be here. Things seem maybe not so great until you think of the opposite, right? Chat, let's think of the opposite. Luke could walk into this trailer and see Ryu sitting there all peacefully, and he's like, "You old man!" Think of the opposite. What if he was a piece of shit YouTube prankster from the mid-2000s? "You old man!" Like, what if he was the most edgy piece of shit? What if they went for that? They don't. He seems relatively happy to be here and like appreciates the fact that he's like, "Let's do this, Ryu." Like, it's a different take.
All right, you ready?
He's not a disrespectful piece of shit, is what I'm trying to say. And they absolutely could have taken that approach with him. They could have made him a super disrespectful piece of shit, ready to kick the door down with the old ways, you fucking piece of shit, old man. I'm gonna kick you on the floor, and then I'm gonna shit in your mouth. Like, that could be Luke. We're appealing to a new audience here. Luke enjoys shitting in your mouth. That is the way our character is. That is the way the new generation of Street Fighter characters is. They will trip you and then shit in your mouth. It's the new era of street fighting, right? I'm just saying, think of the opposite situation where if Luke was a complete piece of shit. To me, Luke is kind of endearing in this trailer. In fact, I think I like him way more than what they were going for in Street Fighter V. OTG into shit in mouth. And he's clearly gonna be, this dude is clearly gonna be like the poster boy of the game. In the same way that Street Fighter IV's revival was Ryu versus Ken, right? Ryu versus Ken was the way they sort of pitched SF4. That Street Fighter's back, Ryu and Ken are back, have some fun, man. And Street Fighter V, it was whatever. It was just Ryu and Chun-Li because they didn't have time to think of the marketing, right? Street Fighter V was just like something. In this situation, they're pitching him as sort of like the Alex of the game, right? They're pitching him as this is going to be the character that is going to the modern day representation. He's probably going to have like a lot of space in the game in some way, right? If there was a story mode, it might be about him and making his way into becoming a Street Fighter in some way. Yeah, if that's the question, is this guy better than Shun'ei? Yes. 100% yes. If we're gonna have the question of, is the modern like bringing into the next generation version of a fighting game character, is this guy better than Shun'ei? I don't really love either one, but yes, this is better than Shun'ei, because that's like the only modern game that I can really give you a comparison to. KOF 14 and 15 uses Shun'ei to bring them into like the new saga or the new arc or wherever the heck they're going, you know? The same way it was Ash with the Ash saga and stuff like that. The Combat Kids, yes, exactly. Exactly. I don't absolutely hate him. at least from the very little we've seen in this situation. Yeah, if we're gonna compare like hero characters, Isla versus Luke, then yeah, oh, I'm completely with you. But yeah, if you were to compare like Isla to this guy, no, I think Isla's better. I think Isla's a cooler design. But Isla is the opposite. Isla's the I'm gonna disrespect you and shit in your mouth character. For anyone that's played the story mode, you know that's true. Isla emits like jury energy. She is the exact opposite of Luke. She's the one that is like, I'm gonna kick you while you're down and fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you, old man. That's her. That is Isla, 100%. That's her character. Yeah, the weirdest thing is that they rim light him here. I really don't agree with that. They essentially completely darken out his face with this shot. So like the light source is back here. That's very weird. I don't know why you would have done that. It just makes him look, it just makes the shadows catch in really weird, creepy ways. For a few frames, making him look super creepy when he looks totally normal here. Looks completely normal, and then now looks super fucking creepy. And his hair changes color because it's reflecting all this extra shit. Like literally is like a different looking character. In the opposite way where like Ryu does his pose and shit, and Ryu looks like 10 times cooler, right? Suddenly Ryu does his, and he looks way better. Holy shit. Ryu grimaces, and all the children run away. Oh my god. Ryu, what the hell? What did you do to Ken? That's all I have to say. Ryu, what did you do to Ken? You ate him. That's all I get out of Ryu. Fuck. And then these shots of Luke look great. I feel like in these situations that you have to realize that people are going to pick apart every single frame of the trailer, you know? Especially in like this high fidelity first time there's a reveal, especially in a situation where this is all you're showing. This is like you're only getting 30 seconds of whatever the heck we got. There has to be a realization that people are going to dissect every single frame of what's going on. Why the finger bang? Because he's confident and young. What do you want, chat? You were there at one point too. I think the finger gun thing is good. I don't hate that. It's confident and young. Some point you were too. Whereas tattoos, not here anymore. He doesn't have tattoos anymore. He now has scars. If it's Luke, no, it's Luke. I can tell you. I'm gonna read word for word the PR of the game. Street Fighter 6, the next evolution of the renowned Street Fighter series, which has sold more than 47 million units since it charged into the scene 35 years ago, is now in development. The teaser trailer showcases a glimpse of what's to come with the future of Street Fighter as series mainstay Ryu locks horns with new challenger Luke. The 45th and final character of Street Fighter V's roster was teased to have a key role in the next Street Fighter project, which has now been confirmed. That is literally from the PR junket. This arguably might be one of my biggest hopes for Street Fighter 6 going forward, that they do embrace a hip-hop thematic element of the game. In the same way that the Street Fighter 3 series and especially Third Strike did, I really hope that Street Fighter 6 essentially doubles down on what is present in this trailer. In some, and it's not there a ton, but in some ways. And you know what I also hope that leads to happening? You know what I also hope that eventually leads to being a reality? That we can get Sean back and he looks fucking cool and have him not look like an idiot. Like, have Sean be back and not have him be specifically a joke character or like a one-off goofball in the Street Fighter V. Is that possible? How fucking cool would it be? How sick would it be if in the same way that Ryu and Ken are friends / rivals, how fucking sick would it be if Luke and Sean were friends / rivals?